haven't made a video in ages, so I'm finally making one about a huge life announcement that's related to me. Buy it on iTunes. What's going on, everybody? I have not said that in a very long time. So you may have read the title of this video or the social media post that this is attached to, and you probably have a lot of questions for me. I don't blame you. So just to clarify that this is not, in fact, clickbait, yes, I have decided to make the executive decision to leave my job and travel the world. Well, some parts of it. I know this may come as a complete shock to most of you. Do you mind? This is my video, Tucker. Where was I? Oh yeah, shock and awe. Yeah, so you may be shocked by this news, which I understand, but your boy has a lot of questions that you probably have for me, and I have actually received some in the past, and I'm going to try to answer them as quickly as possible because there's a lot of them, and I want to make sure that this is not a 10-minute video. So let me get this straight. You're leaving everything behind to go travel? Yes. Where exactly are you going? So the plan is for me to fly out of New York City and fly into Bangkok, Thailand, where I'll be exploring Thailand for a good amount of weeks, and then after that, just, explore a little bit of Southeast Asia, check out Singapore, check out Bali, see what's going on over there, and then cap it all off with a nice little jaunt over to New Zealand. How long are you going to be gone for? I know some of you may have thought that I'm going to be gone forever from how I introduced this video, but I'm not. Instead, I'm keeping it kind of short, and I'm only going to be doing 2 months. Which I know for some, 2 months does not sound short, but in the backpacker community of YouTube and the interwebs and everything, 2 months is kind of, an average trip, I guess. When are you leaving? The plane ticket I bought is for March 29th, which is coming up very soon. I'm not nervous. But I'll be gone from March 29th to about mid to late May, essentially all of spring. I wanted to avoid my springtime allergies somehow, okay? What are you gonna be doing while you're out there? This. On top of videos though, I'm also gonna be doing a whole bunch of photography and blog writing as well. That's right, your boy's starting a website, you can check it out in the link below. But on top of that, I'm also gonna be doing the usual stuff of exploring, sightseeing, and just overall seeing what's out there. Where will you be staying? Primarily hostels, guest houses, budget hotels, and Airbnbs. Your boy's planning this on a budget, okay? We're not doing a 5-star resort here. How are you affording this? From many years of saving up, thinking smart financially, and a lot of work. About 5 to 6 years actually of working up and saving and just making better choices financially. I can actually go more into that in a later video if you'd like. Let me know, leave a comment, and subscribe too. Why are you doing this? The golden question. I will try to keep this as short as possible because I know I can definitely rant and ramble on as to why I'm doing this. So, a little background to me, I come from a family of travelers. My parents traveled, my uncle and aunt have traveled, even my grandparents have traveled. It's just something that's been ingrained in me since I was a kid when I was just reading all of my National Geographics and atlases like a big old travel nerd. And over time, my passion just began to grow even more. I think I was maybe about 19 or 20 years old when I first started hearing about the people known as travel bloggers, vloggers, YouTubers, journalists, and people like that. You know who they are. But I started getting really interested in what they were doing and how they were going about seeing the world out of just their backpack and this budget that they were all on. And I thought to myself, why can't I do that? And that's why I started really working hard and planning for this for about 5 to 6 years. And that whole 5 years of planning took me to the year 2018 when things started happening in their own kind of weird way. 2018 was the year I finally saved up enough money for this. I was feeling very secure financially. Life-wise, I was feeling secure and great, and I just mentally thought I would be able to do this. And so I bought a ticket for November 2018, but some things kind of got in the way, which made me cancel that trip. I had a major health scare back in the beginning of 2018 from about February to about May or so, where basically my organs were on fire and they weren't sure what was happening with me. After that, I went through a long, severe case of depression, which took me out of action mentally and emotionally, and it was just bad. And then about a month before the trip, I got the news that my father passed away unexpectedly. And that was the last straw for me, basically, and that caused me to just shut down and shut off all my dreams and passions, and I just wasn't myself. I ended up canceling that trip. I stayed in New Jersey and I put myself into therapy. It was a hard time. It was a hard time. There's no going around that. But somehow I managed to find a little bit of light through all this darkness, and I climbed and fought and worked my way towards that light, and I managed to get to where I am now. I realized through all of this struggling and fighting that life truly is short, and our time on this earth is fragile, and you know, things might not happen tomorrow. It was basically my aha moment to seize the day and to start putting in the work for things that you really want, because if you want to change your life and you want to make it something that you really want, you gotta work towards it. There's no perfect moment. You have to make that perfect moment happen for you. And I think that kind of sums up why I'm doing this in a way, if it all makes sense. You may have a lot more questions for me, which I get. So if you want to go ahead and ask me any of them, message me or leave me a comment below and I'll go ahead and read them and answer them as much as I can. Hell, I might even make a whole other video dedicated to answering them. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. So what should you expect from this big announcement I just had in terms of this YouTube channel and my entire social media platforms out there? Well, first, I'm doing a huge rebrand. This channel will no longer be called Peter Christian Vlogs. I put in a lot of work for this name, and introducing Bravely Out There. Bravely Out There is a channel dedicated to fighting through one's fears to live an authentic and delicious life. Bravely because like you're facing through your fears, and out because gay, and then there because you're traveling there. So it kind of makes sense. My channel and my Instagram account will soon enough be reflecting all of this soon. Just keep an eye out for that rebrand coming your way. And second, with all of this whole rebranding happening, I'm gonna start making more content that's really in terms of all this. So expect a lot more travel, a lot more lifestyle, a lot more how to fight through your fears and like mental health related stuff, and as well as LGBTQ related issues and whatever else I find necessary to put out here. But all of that with like my own comedic twist, because, you know, gotta add personality to it. If you have any questions or you want to comment on this, please leave one right below. I will go ahead and answer them as much as possible. And in the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe, and you know, share this video too. Tell your friends I'm doing this, or something. I don't know. I have not said this in a very long time, but make good choices. Make interesting choices. Live bravely. See, I'm tying in that new branding right here. And yeah, we'll chat soon. Peace.